Welcome to part 3 of playing the horn. I'm excited to move on and start some new things. You see, I already got my horn out ready to go. So go ahead and grab yours if you haven't already. And we're going to talk about how to hold this and how to sit while we play the horn. It's really important that we do those things correctly. Okay, and there's some really different things about the horn than other things. So first of all, how to sit. So we sit on the front half of the chair. So if I look at this chair here, it's kind of hard when I have this horn in my hand. But imagine there's a line right here on the front half, just on half of the seat. And you want to sit on the front part of it, the front half. Okay? And that's going to allow you to have your feet flat on the floor. And that's the next important step. Feet should be flat on the floor. No ankles crossed. Don't put your feet on a case. Feet are flat on the floor. Okay? Then you sit up tall. Okay? And then you bring the instrument to you. Okay, notice that I didn't go like this. Okay, I'm not, or even like this. Okay, sometimes you'll see French horn players turn their head a lot. Really, what you should do is bring the instrument to you. And I rest the bell on my leg. Some horn players do not; they'll hold it up. And I do play standing up sometimes, and then of course I have to hold it up. But I don't see any reason why you can't rest it on your knee. So like this, you can see the horn is on my knee here. Well, here's my kneecap here. It's kind of behind that a little bit. Okay? And the sound of the bell is coming to the side of my body. A little bit back and to the side. Then my left hand is, you have your fingers on the valve. So 1, 2, 3. 1 being closest to my mouth. Okay, and then 2, and then 3. This is a double horn, meaning that I have a thumb trigger right here on the back part, right here. So my thumb goes there. If you do not have a double horn and it's just a single horn, you'll have a hook right here that your thumb will go in. Okay? And then my pinky also goes in a hook. Okay? I have a grip on mine. This is my personal horn. I'm a horn player. That's my main instrument. So this is my personal horn. And I just actually have this grip because my ring here was scratching up my horn really bad, and it was causing all kinds, so I put this grip here so that it prevents it from doing that. But a grip is not required. So again, you sit up tall, bring it to you, have your hand in the right place. Fingers should be loosely curled, okay, not flat like this, just nice and curled, and on the ends of the valves, not clear up here, down here. Okay, so there's always a lot of question about where to put the hand, the right hand, on the horn. And there's a lot of different ways I've been taught as a horn player, and a lot of ways that I've done it. So I'm going to show you the way that I do it, and the way that I was taught by my college professor, and it works for me. So, yeah, you're sitting this way. My hand is flat like this, and I put it in the horn flat, halfway in the middle of the bell. Okay, now my pinky is going to go on the bottom part of the bell, down here. And my thumb is going to kind of match the curvature of the bell on the top. Okay, and what that's going to do is actually that's going to create it so that sound can come out the top and the back of the hand, both sides of the hand, and help to create a clear sound. Okay, what you want to avoid is a muffled sound on the horn. A lot of kids are taught to put their hand on this side of the bell, like this, and then the sound only comes out here. But what happens is you get tired and your hand closes off a little bit, and it actually creates a muffled sound. And we'll experiment with that in a minute. But keep your hand flat and go halfway in between, halfway in the bell, because it's halfway. So you want sound to come out both sides of your hand. So you may be asking, well, why do we put the hand in the bell at all? There's a lot of reasons for it. Sometimes, even today, in today's writing, we play what's called stopped horn, which means we take the hand and we actually stop, then we cover the entire bell, the entire opening, to create a certain type of sound. And so we do that specifically, and sometimes composers will ask us to do that. So we have our hand there to do that. Second reason is, well, it's just how we hold it when we stand. It's just kind of how you hold the horn. The hand is in the bell by tradition, because when the horn was first started, it didn't have these valves. It had a series of tuning slides like this that were different lengths. And they would put those tuning slides in to create different keys that you'd play in. But it didn't play each individual note. It just played like this, these notes. Right? You'd play different parcels of notes. But if you wanted to play all of the notes, you would use your hand to stop the bell differing degrees and create different pitches. So you use your hand for that. And so traditionally, our hand goes in the bell to be able to do that. But now we don't really need to do that because we have the valves. So those are some answers as to why the hand's in the bell. So now that you got your left hand in the right spot, your right hand flat in the center of the opening, so sound can come out both sides. You sit up tall. Well, feel free to rest the bell on your knee, and you bring the mouthpiece straight to you, so that the lead pipe's coming straight out. Okay, not sideways. This would be wrong. Okay, this would be wrong. Okay, you don't want to be setting this. You don't want to be setting this part on your leg and leaning down, only because it makes it too short. Now, if you're a smaller kid and you put it like this and it comes up way up here, and you're going like this, you have a couple options. You can actually move your leg back a little bit as far as it needs to, like this. So you move your foot here back behind there, and that's to see how that makes my knee lower. So now that lowers my horn. Or you can bring it up and it can go higher. Okay. Or if you're a bigger person, I know some people, they'll put their back foot on the chair leg, the heel on the chair leg, and that brings my knee up even higher, and that helps. Okay, so you can adjust how high or low your instrument is by where you put your foot. Okay, so find an adjustment that works for you, or the other option is to hold it the whole time, and then you can put it wherever you want. All right, so those are all options on how to do it. The biggest key being that the instrument is the lead pipe, this lead pipe here, is coming straight out of your mouth. Okay, and that your left hand is in the right spot and your right hand is in the right spot. As far as how you get it there, that's up to you. So now we kind of know how to hold it. Let's just talk really quickly. We're going to go over this in more detail on the next video. So just take your mouthpiece. I'm going to actually set this horn down, making sure it's in the case correctly. And then just take a nice big deep breath and relax. The horn is a wind instrument, so you need to make sure that you are practicing breathing lots of air and blowing out lots of air. And then just try this. Try this, make this sound. Okay, do that a couple times. Once you get it down, do it one more time and think about, what am I doing to make that sound? Where's my tongue going? What part of my mouth is the tongue touching? Okay? Then make that longer, like this. Okay, and then do like one long one. But notice I still started it with, right? Okay? So practice that a few times. That's how we blow air when we play our instrument. Now the only exception to that is that we actually buzz our lips. So we get the corners tight, and we'll talk again more about this in the next video. These corners tight, make that sound before you start, and push your lips together. I just did, but with buzzed lips. Okay, so that's something that you can practice right now. Is just practice figuring out a way to make that buzzing sound. Keep in mind, we kind of curl our lips in a little bit. It's not just, can't really play, you can a little bit, but it doesn't work really great. So, get your lips curled in a little bit, corners tight. Okay, now if you're still struggling, you can go ahead and try the same thing on the mouthpiece. Okay, just hold it with one finger and a thumb. and go. Set it on your lips, okay, and put it so that it feels comfortable. A couple ways to do that. Sometimes you have this little dip in your top lip. If you take your mouthpiece and kind of slide it down until it catches on that spot, and then put your lips together, wherever that lands is kind of a spot where you want to put it. Just find a spot that's centered on your mouth this way, so directly below your nose. Okay? And kind of move it until it finds a comfortable position. And then the same thing, like that with the buzzing. And practice that also. Okay? So practice those things, practice going higher and lower by tightening up and loosening. It'll go up and down. And just practice that. So practice getting your instrument out, putting it away, practice holding it correctly, and getting that lead pipe to come straight out so you feel like you're sitting nice and tall. And then practice buzzing your mouthpiece and making some right sounds out of the mouthpiece. And then join me on the next video where we'll go over some of that a little more in detail.